afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 as we kick off another week. Brady Mallory is in town this Monday.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing well. It was a good weekend. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do something fun?
I went home and saw my family, and I was overdue for that.
That's very nice.
What about you?
And I didn't do that. Just relaxed.
Good. You deserve that.
Let's see what's happening on this Monday. Biden's team is working to reframe the economy as a positive issue for them and a winning issue for 2024. Will Keneally previews the president's visit to Wisconsin tomorrow.
Former president and current GOP frontrunner Donald Trump faces a possible fourth criminal indictment. I'm Cristian Benavides in Atlanta with more on the grand jury investigating what happened in this state following the 2020 election.
A former UW-Madison student who made national news several years ago for a string of sexual assaults is going back into custody this weekend in Minnesota. Catherine Merck explains.
Well, today is an alert day for flooding potential due to heavy rainfall later this evening, but we've got some this morning as well. More incidents like this could be possible throughout the day.
A lot of work going on. This happened in Middleton this morning. Two trees fell on opposite sides of each other on Middleton Spring Drive. One was blocking the road, and then the other fell into a parking lot of an apartment building in the area. And thankfully, there weren't any reports of any injuries.
Yeah, nothing severe around here. Let's take a look outside. What do we have here? Oh, some turkeys.
They're just hanging out.
There's turkeys everywhere. A lot of young ones running around as well. The weather word's drying out tomorrow. Greg Barnhart is in the backyard with the latest. Oh, it looks like the sun's out.
Yeah, we've had that break come in with the showers and thunderstorms that push south and east of the area, but we still have an opportunity for some, especially further south of Madison and east through the evening hours. Still that flood threat, but it's really for low-lying areas and poor drainage areas. We could even see a stronger storm or two through this evening, but areas probably north of Madison probably won't see in the way of much of anything. There's your flood watch right now. That's out till 11 p.m. and once again, it's Dane County and eastward, especially better as you go towards the Milwaukee area where they're still seeing quite a bit of that heavier rainfall. Radar shows that, and then also the thunderstorms to the southwest, and that's what we're kind of keeping an eye on as that kind of rotates back up into the southern parts of the viewing area. That's where you could see some heavier rainfall, probably for Platteville to Janesville up to southern Dane County. That's kind of what we're relying for this evening. Otherwise, the main batch is pushed well to the east. Overall, there's your rainfall, a good swath of 3-inch plus, pretty much from near Platteville all the way up to north of Watertown. I think I did see one that was 4, so a good amount of rainfall. The good news, it didn't come quite as heavy, so that's why we didn't have too much of flood issue other than poor drainage areas. There's your big spin of the low that's beginning to push south, but you can see it's starting to fill a little bit as it pushes into Illinois, but that is what eventually is going to clear out. As you look out to the west, there's nothing really behind that, and that's why we're going to have probably a pretty nice Tuesday and into Wednesday. We'll see showers, I think, come back in later this evening, maybe to Dane County. They may get up this far north. We'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, the rest of the area up to the north, we'll actually see probably partly cloudy skies. We'll actually clear skies. Later on the broadcast, we'll kind of break down what to expect with the temperatures this week. There's another rain chance, but unfortunately, the 90s are coming back. It is August. I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. Well, tomorrow, the president will make his 6th stop to the Badger State, and an event that comes just a week before Republicans meet in Milwaukee for their first presidential debate.
Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what we're expecting to hear from President Biden. Will?
Well, tomorrow's event will take President Biden to a facility in Milwaukee that manufactures wind turbine parts. And we're expecting to hear the president speak to the massive infrastructure bill that was passed during his first term. Now, political scientist Anthony Chergosky says that that's part of an effort by the campaign to claim the economy as a campaign issue for 2024.
I think it's strategically wise for Joe Biden to start campaigning in Wisconsin because there's going to be a lot of attention to the Republican field in this state. Even though Wisconsin does not play a significant role in the party nomination process, we still are hosting a debate.
Now, the timing is also interesting for Biden, as Chergosky mentioned, coming to Milwaukee ahead of that Republican debate. Now, that can be seen as less of a direct challenge to the Republicans, but also more as Biden just capitalizing on the fact that he has the Democratic primary already sewn up. We'll have full coverage throughout the evening tomorrow on the president's visit.
Thank you, Will. Authorities in Rock County say they've spent the past day investigating the death of someone who was found inside of an abandoned home. The Rock County Sheriff's Office says it received an anonymous tip just after noon on Sunday about the death. The tip said a deceased person was found inside of the home in the town of Turtle outside of Beloit. The sheriff's office sent deputies to the scene and confirmed a dead person was inside of the home. The medical examiner is still working to identify the person who died. Sheriff Fell says as of now, his department does not believe there's any danger to the public.
The Richland County Sheriff's Office and Madison Police Department are investigating what officials call an apparent murder-suicide. Madison police say a 60-year-old woman and a 25-year-old woman were reported missing Sunday after not returning home from Devil's Lake State Park. After conducting a phone ping, Madison police tracked the women to the Lone Rock area and called the Richland County Sheriff's Office to assist in the search. Police said both women were found dead in a vehicle. The 25-year-old was found with a gunshot wound. The 60-year-old woman was found with an apparent self-afflicted gunshot wound. A former UW-Madison student who made national news several years ago for a string of sexual assaults is going back into custody this weekend.
A judge ruled Alec Ross Cook should be civilly committed as a sexually dangerous person.
Our Catherine Merck shows us what victims shared about how his crimes changed their lives. Catherine?
27-year-old Cook was just involved in a Minnesota trial in mental health court where attorneys argued Cook was likely to reoffend. That caused the judge to civilly commit Cook as a sexually dangerous person, according to the Star Tribune. In 2016, Cook made national headlines when he faced over 20 felony charges for sex crimes against other students at UW-Madison. While the state wanted Cook sentenced to more than 19 years in prison, he only served a 3-year sentence. When one of the Cook's victims spoke to us at the time, she said it was impossible to forget what Cook did.
I trusted him to not destroy me as a person, and that was betrayed. Being more comfortable with the fact that something will be done about it comforted me enough to make that first call. And the first call was definitely the hardest to make.
Cook has been out of custody for the past 3 years, according to his attorney. He's been part of the Minnesota Sex Offender Program, where as recent as January 2022, he said he had trouble finding his behavior criminal. That's according to the Star Tribune. The Minnesota judge will formally share a decision in court at a review hearing on August 21st.
Thank you, Catherine. The death toll in Hawaii is now at 96 as teams continue to search hard-to-reach areas for survivors. As fire crews put out hot spots on the island of Maui, search and recovery teams are making their way through the devastation. Hawaii's governor has been on the ground in the historic town of Lahaina, which saw the most casualties. Residents walked for miles along a road covered in thick smoke to get to safety. Others, like Cassandra Villasenor, jumped into the water to escape the flames.
We had to go under the water to stay cool and, breathe as calmly as we could.
At the West in Maui, workers are helping to feed hundreds of hotel employees and their family members. Many residents have expressed frustration about having had little warning before the flames swept in. Hawaii's governor says a comprehensive review is underway to determine why the state's siren system failed.
A grand jury in Georgia may decide this week whether to indict former President Trump.
It would be the Republican presidential candidate's 4th indictment this year. CBS's Christian Benavides is in Atlanta with the details.
Security is high around the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta, where witnesses began appearing before the grand jury on Monday. Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis and her team of prosecutors are investigating possible interference in the 2020 presidential election by former President Trump and his allies, including this call to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
The GOP frontrunner remained defiant while campaigning in Iowa this weekend.
Yes, we did nothing wrong.
Sources tell CBS News Willis could pursue racketeering charges typically used against organized crime.
Georgia has a pretty broad or generous RICO law.
CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson says the DA will try to show that Trump and his team were acting like a criminal enterprise.
You essentially have to prove that 2 or more crimes were committed by 2 or more people and that they were trying to protect or control an institution, property, or an interest.
The former president has been indicted 3 times this year, first in New York on charges charges related to hush money payments to Stormy Daniels, then federal charges stemming from classified documents seized from his Mar-a-Lago estate, and most recently, federal charges related to his efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election and the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
Earlier this year, a special purpose grand jury in Georgia said it believed perjury was committed by several individuals and recommended the DA seek appropriate indictments.
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes will not be Chicago's new police superintendent. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson instead appointed Larry Snelling to the role. He was formally announced today. Snelling was serving as chief of the Chicago Police Department's Bureau of Counterterrorism. Snelling was chosen over Barnes and Angel Novelas, who is the department's chief of constitutional policing and reform. Snelling replaces former Superintendent David Brown. In a statement to News 3 Now yesterday, Barnes said, quote, "I feel blessed to work for the Madison Police Department. These feelings never changed, even as I applied for the superintendent position in Chicago. During this process, I continued to work with our department on proactive policing and community outreach." Well, in today's Time for Kids segment, we're helping parents get ready for back to school.
Well, News 3 Now this morning's Chris Stanford has expert advice on choosing the right backpack.
Doctors say there are some important things to know so the backpack doesn't hurt your child. Their advice, the backpack should have wide, padded shoulder straps. They also encourage students to use both straps to avoid strain on the neck. As far as fit goes, the bottom of the backpack should rest in the curve of the lower back. And when it comes to size, bigger is not always better.
Ideally, we want the weight of the backpack to not exceed 15% of the child's weight, just to cut down on any risk of injuring their neck or causing pain in their lower back.
Ways to cut down on the weight include leaving what you don't need at home or school. Another sign the backpack is too heavy is if the child's leaning forward to support all that weight. You can find back-to-school stories like this every day on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford. Back to you.
And a reminder, time is running out to donate to our back-to-school supply drive. You can drop off supplies at our studio right here at News 3 Now or any Metcalfe's or Walgreens locations. You can find other details at channel3000.com/back-to-school.
Well, still to come, Will Loper will be along with the weekend box office numbers.
Yeah, there's no stopping the girl in pink. There's a clue. Stay with us.
Fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, "Boy, that stuff really works." And I said, "I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works."
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, "Oh, Dad, did you get a haircut?" And I said, "No, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger." I said, "Oh, thank you."
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. It's like so full of myself.
I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core.
Sorry, everyone. I get a notification every time I get a positive review online.
Makeup.
Thanks, Dawn. We think our windows are pretty great, too.
Take two.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core, composite frame, triple pane windows are worth a positive review at scottthewindowguy.com.
Cut! Somebody give me his phone.
Karen?
Seriously?
One of the great things about having a partner like Quartz is we both believe in the transformative power of bringing people together, creating that sense of belonging and connection to our community.
In partnership with Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, we've been able to create that experience for our members, for our neighbors, and for all of us at Quartz so we can all thrive.
At Quartz, we have a passion to stay connected to our community, and we believe that these strong ties to the people of our community is what sets us apart.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
A new study dispels the misconception many Americans have that marijuana smoke is safer than tobacco.
Yeah, a majority of Americans believe there is less potential harm from secondhand marijuana smoke than from tobacco smoke. But they're wrong. Experts say anytime you burn something, it creates toxic compounds, carcinogens, and particulate matter that are harmful to health. And all smoke is an irritant to the respiratory tract. The authors say even though cannabis is natural, there are plenty of toxins and tar in cannabis smoke that can hurt the lungs.
Nike says it's celebrating the late Kobe Bryant with a shoe in his honor. The company says it worked with the NBA star's widow, Vanessa Bryant, to create the project. It starts on August 23rd this year, which would have been Kobe's 45th birthday, with the debut of Nike Kobe 8 Protro Halo. After that, Nike says it will come up with a new release each year on Bryant's birthday. The release comes on the heels of the Bryant estate's renewed partnership with Nike, cemented last year.
Well, Starbucks launched its latest reusable cup test in California on Monday. The coffee giant is doing the test at 12 Starbucks stores in Napa and Petaluma through October 22nd. Customers can bring their own personal cup into the cafe or drive-through, or use the company's borrow a cup option. You can also choose for Hereware, that's a reusable ceramic or glass cup for customers who opt to stay in the cafe. Patrons who bring in their own clean cup will get the standard 10-cent discount, and Starbucks Rewards members will also get 25 bonus stars.
Ooh.
Well, U.S. households' budgets may soon get a breather.
Although it's too soon to declare a victory over inflation, many economic analysts believe things are headed in the right direction. The average U.S. family spent about $700 more in July compared to 2 years ago to buy the same goods and services, according to Moody's Analytics. In an attempt to curb rising prices, the Federal Reserve boosted U.S. interest rates 11 times since March 2022. The CME FeedWatch tool says the financial markets believe there's nearly a 90% chance the central bank will hold rates steady in September.
We have a kind of a Goldilocks economic situation where economic growth is slowing without going into a recession.
Another reason for the economic optimism, wages are starting to outpace inflation. However, some members of the Fed are still feeling hawkish. During an event in Atlanta last week, Fed Governor Michelle Brown said inflation is still much higher than the Fed's goal of 2%. And that she says more increases might be needed in the near future.
Investors on Wall Street look to shake off a rough August so far. The Dow Industrials gained 26 points. The Nasdaq added 143 points, or over 1%. The S&P 500 tacked on 25 points. A couple of new movies came out this weekend. Are they worth seeing?
Our film critic Will Loper has that and the weekend box office numbers. Here's the Loper report.
Hey, Mark and Brady. This past weekend at the movies answered an age-old question. Who would win between Barbie and Dracula? The answer, of course, is Barbie, which opened to #1 for its 4th weekend in a row. The new movie, The Last Voyage of Demeter, didn't quite set sail, however. It finished in 5th place.
The Demeter, on charter from Romania to London. Shipping private crates. Contents unknown.
The Last Voyage of the Demeter tells of what happened on a ship that travels from Transylvania and arrives empty in London.
Our charter has agreed to pay a bonus for timely arrival in London.
In short, Dracula takes out the crew of the ship one by one. The atmosphere of the film is terrific, with enough fog to last several vampire lifetimes. And the creature design of Dracula himself is effective and scary. The acting shines as well, especially with Game of Thrones actor Liam Cunningham.
We're a doomed crew, Mr. Clemens.
Where the movie falters is its script, which depends on its characters making not very smart decisions against the monster.
He is here.
Despite that, if you like old-fashioned monster movies or Master and Commander with a twist of horror, you'll still find plenty to enjoy in The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
May God have mercy on us all.
Also in theaters and opening just outside the top 10 in 11th place is the film Jewels.
Oh my.
A UFO has crashed in my backyard, has taken out my azaleas, and destroyed my bird bath.
Ben Kingsley stars as Martin, a man who has an alien land in his backyard.
Good Christ, what is that?
You remember the spaceship? This is the little man who came out of it.
He's got to be a secret. Don't tell anybody.
What follows is E.T. for senior citizens instead of children, as more people continue to be touched by the alien they name Jules. And the journey is a heartwarming and charming one that is well worth seeing in theaters.
We're so thankful for you.
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video is the romantic comedy Red, White, and Royal Blue.
What I need is some good old-fashioned damage control.
Any thought is what you might say to convince the world that we're actually friends? I love hanging out with this guy.
Based on the best-selling novel, the film tells the story of the relationship that forms between the president's son and a British prince.
What I meant when I said, Your Majesty. It's your Royal Highness.
And new to rent or buy on video on demand is the documentary Squaring the Circle, the Story of Hypnosis.
What I love about vinyl is the artwork, is the poor man's art collection.
Hypnosis created the most important artwork in the world.
The film tells the story of the duo behind some of the most iconic album art of all time.
The work was the most important thing of all. We were relentless and obsessed.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Oh, a lot of good choices.
Yeah. So are you going to go see Dracula Boat or Backyard Alien? That's what I'm going to call
Barbie.
it. Barbie, yes. As you should.
That's all I can handle at this point. Well, the storm that fueled the wildfires in Maui was one for the record books.
We'll find out why later on in Beyond the Barometer.
Donate blood at Stoughton Health's upcoming blood drive on August 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be hosted at our Community Health and Wellness Center. Sign up online at bloodcenter.org.
At Lawton Cates, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after an accident or return to the job following an injury, we fight the odds and the insurance company for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like straight lines that seem wavy, blurry or missing visual spots that make it hard to see faces, like this one, or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. GA is irreversible. It's important to catch it early. Talk to your eye doctor about GA and learn more at GAWon'tWait.com.
Mark, a little help here? Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
You should Angie that.
Angie, what?
Angie that. It means connecting with skilled professionals for all your home projects, from repairs to renovations, so you can get the most out of your home. Get started today at Angie.com.
It's easy to get lost in investment research. Introducing JP Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David.
Connect with an advisor to create your personalized plan.
Let's find the right investments for your goals.
Okay, great.
JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains. Designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Donate blood at Stoughton Health's upcoming blood drive on August 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be hosted at our Community Health and Wellness Center. Sign up online at bloodcenter.org.
Take a look at this. The incredible images from the James Webb Space Telescope are always thought-provoking, but this one has a cosmic question baked right in. This recently released image is stunning enough on its face, but scientists spotted what looks like a deep space question mark buried in the background. But what the heck is it? Some theories suggest it could be a distant galaxy or perhaps two galaxies interacting. More questions than answers.
Steven Spielberg. Sounds like we found your next movie.
So, the rain, still some more rain possible.
We still got some opportunities for showers and thunderstorms, I think, as you go towards the Illinois state line is where you're going to look at, like Janesville and those areas. But for most of the area, I think it's going to be pretty much done for tonight. But we got a lot of rain, 3 to 4 inches in some areas. So that should push us above average for now for the year. But we got cool temperatures, but I do have 90s in the forecast. I'll explain all that after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We're the Packers Scratch Game crew, bringing back Packers Scratch Games for you. The pack is back. New Scratch Games are here. With 4 season tickets you could win for a year. There's instant cash prizes and other bonus drawing surprises.
Packers Scratch Games are back with instant cash prizes up to $30,000 and a bonus drawing for 4 season tickets for 1 year. Prices range from $1 to $10. Available now at all Wisconsin lottery retailers.
We're not kidding. Somebody will be winning 4 season tickets for a year.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, the precipitation's really going to come to an end this evening. For many, it's probably all over, but we still got that threat, at least for our southern areas, for maybe some strong but heavy rainfall potentially there. And then we have another front coming through Wednesday night, early Thursday. That doesn't pose too much of a rainfall, but could be something to keep an eye on, and then maybe some thunderstorm chances next week. But all those don't compare to what we just went through. Temperatures, once we get past the 60s, 70s, and 80s for most of the week, it starts to get warmer, hot. I think the 90s are coming back, at least for the weekend and early next week. Along with that should be the humidity level, especially since we've gotten all this rainfall. I think our dew points will get right back where they should be for this time of year. Here's departing low right now upstream. We got a few systems we're keeping there. There's one that's going to come through, but the one we're watching for really for that Wednesday night time frame is one that's going to take its time getting here until basically diving south into Wednesday into Minnesota, and it's going to drag a cold front through the area. The timing of this really puts the severe threat probably pretty low because it's going to be at night, but we could see that front come through. There's your rain chance probably Wednesday into Thursday. If this slows down or speeds up, that may change the severe threat, but definitely will come through, and it won't last that long. Cooler conditions behind it. For this evening, we still got that severe potential down to the south. The marginal risk really should be low, but something to keep an eye on. It has shifted a little bit further south, but it could touch the Illinois border. There's that severe threat with the front coming from Wednesday to Thursday. That is further north. It should weaken as it comes overnight hours, but once again, if that timing changes, that could change what we'll expect with that. Precipitation-wise, a lot has shifted now. More and more runs we get closer to, everything has shifted further south. So right now, it's really the Rock County area and just east that could see some of this come back up here this evening. I think some areas will still see some showers and thunderstorms, but the heavy rain threat continues to shift south or east. So that's the good news. We probably won't see much in the way of that. The next system really doesn't pose too much of a rain threat. We could see maybe another 1/10 or 1/4 of an inch with that. Better amounts as you go further north with that system as it comes through. If we time out, you can see all the showers and thunderstorms, that line that kind of creeps back up to the north. That's where it could hit the Janesville area, and that with some more showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, a few scattered in nature probably through this evening. But once we get past about 10 or 11 o'clock, or even by midnight, all that should begin to pull to the east of the area. And decreasing clouds as we get towards the morning will probably end up in the mid-upper 50s. By around noon, we should be generally nice conditions, a little bit cooler than average, but still mid-60s going up into about the mid to upper 70s. So it should be a real pleasant day, but a little bit below average. And then as we go into Tuesday into Wednesday, we're not going to see much change. The only thing that we'll keep an eye on is maybe some morning fog come Wednesday morning. Now, temperatures do look like they're going to warm back up. The good news with the temperatures, although they will get back to close to the 90, the excessive heat still looks to be staying just to the south. You can kind of see the risk for excessive has been pulled a little bit further north, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Right now, we should get up at around the low 90s with the humidity level that could put heat indexes maybe back in the mid 90s. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right now, the oppressive heat should stay to the south, but we are seeing this pull up. And unfortunately, it does look like this may hold on for quite a while until we get through there. As you look at the 10-day forecast, you can kind of see those temperatures fairly pleasant through the week. We'll bump them back up towards the weekend. And that's when things get a little bit more interesting with the heat and humidity come Sunday through next week with some thunderstorm chance. But we are back to where we should be for this time of year, seeing at least some 90s that we haven't seen too much this way in the month. So
no, we haven't. No,
it's been fairly pleasant. You really can't complain. We only had really that one time where we had some heat indexes get up into the mid 90s. So we are kind of due for that, but we will see that, and it could persist right now. It does look like.
Attention all week has been on Maui, and the fires are fueled from the winds from a passing typhoon. Yes. A legendary typhoon at this point.
A legendary is too. Before we get into that, just 1 second, we'll get to Dora, because Dora has made some history on there. If they get the graphics coming up, they don't have it right now. There we go. The hurricane season, they have changed this for the Atlantic side now. They upped it from May to August. It's been a battle between El Nino and the impressive ocean heat content right now. So the numbers have come up a little bit, although as you see so far this season, it's been pretty close to where we should be too. 4 named storms, there's 1 unnamed storm too, and then 1 Hurricane Don was the one that we had there too. Now you talked about Dora. There's your storms that we've had so far in the Atlantic. Nothing is active right now. A couple of them there, and there's Don that went way up to the north. He was the only hurricane so far. Pacific, Fernando is 1. I'm out there too, although I'm just a tropical storm right now.
Well, yeah, you're diminishing.
Yeah, I'm pretty much not going to do anything anymore, so goodbye me. And then Dora, that line that you watched, this is Dora coming across the international date line. That where it was, where it switched from the Pacific, from the Hurricane Center to now it's being, I think Japan and a Joint Typhoon Warning Center is warning on it. That is where it is right now. It traveled about over 10,000 miles across the international date line. I think it's the longest Category 4 on record in the Pacific side. Only, I think, John, if I remember right, look at one of my notes here on this. John in 1994 was the only one that crossed the international date line. So it went from a hurricane to a typhoon.
But this was nowhere near Hawaii. It was just the winds.
No, it was the winds coming across. And when you had downsloping winds off the mountains, it dries, it compresses the air. So that's how you can get the strong winds, but also where you can get dryness. They also, I think, have a invasive species over there, kind of like cheatgrass out west. It dries quickly, and once it burns fast and hot.
And those winds just came right down the mountain.
They came down, and it was just a compression, kind of like a Chinook type feel when you get out west too. But that's kind of how it did. But yeah, Dora's been, as we said, exploring the Pacific, if you know Dora the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Hurricane Center upped the number because the water is so warm?
Yes, and it's been competing. Early in the season, they didn't see that number as much. They were kind of going based off El Nino conditions, which right now it's been fairly strong El Nino, right? But now they have upped them a little bit. But so far, the start has been pretty average right now.
Because El Nino sort of cuts hurricanes off, doesn't it?
Yes, it suppresses the activity, increased shear, but we've also had quite a bit of a Sahara dust coming off the African coast, too, and that's actually kept them at bay, too. But we'll see. Once again, this forecast does not say if they make landfall or not. It's only that they're out there. So you could have a lot, and you could have none make landfall, or you could have like one, Hurricane Andrew, and destroy a whole area. So
yeah, it's interesting to see all the ripple effects and how it starts in one place and then can carry over.
And I didn't get to finish, but I mean those you have, obviously they get typhoons when they get out the west, and then as they go further west, they become cyclones when they get to Indy and in the area. So there's actual forecast centers that forecast that all the way out to like Madagascar, and even Australia has that stuff.
It's just different names.
Different names. Unfortunately, it does keep the name when it crosses the international date line. They're not going to confuse it, but they have a different set of names for typhoons and cyclones and all that stuff.
All right.
So
has there been a Greg before?
Not that I know of. It hasn't been retired, obviously, so it hasn't been that impressive in the Pacific side, because they usually will retire it if it's done a lot of damage or it's pretty strong.
Right, exactly.
But I'm looking pretty meager, and I'll probably be gone here in a few days. So.
I'm not sure there'll be a Hurricane Brady. It just doesn't...
I'm enough of a hurricane in person.
You're a force.
Yeah.
A force of nature.
We don't need another one.
Greg, thank you. Coming up next year on Live at 4, we'll introduce you to our Pet of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society.
And then at 5, Hippie Christmas might not be so festive this year, as today got everything nice and wet. Kyle Pazorski shows us about the wet move-in day.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture, ETC.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
At Bergstrom Automotive, you'll never pay above manufactured suggested retail price. That'd be like bringing a sword to a dinosaur fight. Silly. That would be silly. Yes, you'll always pay fair market price and never above MSRP. If you're tired of hearing no, join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom, for the yes.
Bring your dream kitchen to life with great products from Menards. Clearview cabinets are customizable to change with your specific needs and design trends. Durable countertops will transform your kitchen and hold up to everyday life. Want appliances that are stacked full of features you love? Criterion is ready when you are. Visit our kitchen showrooms and get a consultation regarding your next project. Update your kitchen today with new laminate countertops starting at just $14.99 after 11% rebate.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
New at 5, a former UW-Madison student was labeled a sexually dangerous person. Learn why Alec Cook is being civilly reincarcerated years after his assaults on campus.
A first warn weather alert day remains in the forecast for this evening. Strong thunderstorms bring the threat for heavy rain and even some severe weather. At 5, I'll track the storms and let you know where the highest chances for severe weather will be.
And ahead at 6, it's been a wet move-in day for many students across Madison. Kyle Pazorski's out in the elements talking with some who braved the weather. That's tonight at 6.
Given the weather satellite has been, we end up in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Nice day at the beach.
82 degrees. I guess it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people there.
I think a few people called in sick to work.
Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our Pet of the Week. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Who have we here?
Well, I brought Tango.
Tango?
Yes.
You want a tango?
He's ready to dance into your life. So he's 2 months old. He arrived recently with his 7 siblings.
Wow.
Yes, from another shelter here in Wisconsin. So we're trying to help them find homes, and he and 3 other siblings are still looking.
He's a sweetie.
He is very sweet. He's a little shy sometimes. At first it took me a little bit to coax him out of the carrier, but we're working on courage. You know, puppies, you need to work with them slowly to socialize them to different people, different places, different animals, and different objects like your vacuum cleaner, hearing the doorbell.
The Roomba. Not a fan at our house.
Well, maybe he'd like to tango with the Roomba.
And Brady pointed out he has white whiskers on the right side and black whiskers on the left.
And then he has these giant ears, too, that I enjoy.
Yes, and the cutest little white boots on his feet. So he's very sweet, but he does get playful. You know, puppies, they get that burst of energy and then they pass out for a little bit. So he was napping a little earlier. And
he's very gentle on the treats.
He is. He's very
sometimes you can lose a digit with this.
Yeah, those little teeth are sharp.
I also love how his white markings on his face are kind of off kilter. They're not quite centered. It just looks cute. It makes him look so cute.
He's a good guy.
He is.
And he has really expressive eyes, too.
Yes.
They're cute.
All right.
He was ready to get cuddly with you.
No, that's my thumb. That's my thumb. Here, I got a little more.
No, now he's done with you.
All right, so head to Hilldale.
Hilldale on Thursday. Bring your pup, your best pup, with you from 5 to 7 p.m. for their yappy hour.
Oh, that sounds fun.
A pup crawl.
Yes, there will be a pup crawl to different stores that are participating. You could do some shopping. You could find some treats for them, and you know, some things for yourself too. Some places are offering discounts, and it'll be a lot of fun. They'll have a splash pad for the dogs if it's
Hilldale's very dog friendly.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, and the event is to help raise money for DCHS. So.
No better reason to go.
Exactly.
All right, last week, Toad.
I remember Toad.
Yes, Toad has been adopted.
Yay!
Really?
Yes.
Shocking.
A very cute little guy.
So if you're interested in adopting Tango or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org.
I mean, look at this little face. How can you resist?
Is the bark and wine meow mix sold out? What is it called? Or do you have it already?
No, it's happening on September 30th. So there are still tickets available. It's Bark and Wine, the cats meow, because the cats have taken over. But we're bringing some puppies too, so.
Gotta have the puppy greeters.
We do. We have to bring everybody. We gotta represent, right?
All right,
oh, look at you.
Let's
so cute.
get Tango a home.
Yes.
He's a good guy.
He's a cutie.
Lisa, thanks.
Good job,
Thank
Tango.
You.
When we come back, you've no doubt seen them around town.
Yeah, we're talking about the Subaru Crosstrek. We'll go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs and then check it out when Live at 4 continues.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
You got me.
Tag. You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
First Choice Dental's got going to the dentist solved. And when you've got 11 convenient neighborhood clinics, you can solve a lot of problems, like helping you make the most of your insurance. With Coverage Check, schedule your appointment at firstchoicedental.com.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Well, it's too late now, but mark your calendars for next year. The so-called Michigan's longest garage sale happened over the weekend. So this is along US 12 from New Buffalo all the way to Detroit, stretching 200 miles. A sale happens every year, and you'll find some great deals and even food and entertainment in some areas. Have you been?
No, haven't been. Maybe next year.
I never find the good things. It's always stuff that I don't need in those sales. All right. Well, it was introduced in the U.S. in 2013, and now for 2024, an all-new third-generation Subaru Crosstrek will soon be hitting the streets.
All new, you say? Well, let's find out as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs. If Madison, Wisconsin were to have an official car, this would be it.
I think the Subaru Crosstrek is definitely right up there, maybe with the Toyota Prius. Those two cars define Madison for me.
And the Subaru Crosstrek is popular for a number of very good reasons.
It is an affordable vehicle. It's a very practical vehicle. It has all-wheel drive. And it has a little bit of a personality in a category that sometimes has a lot of vehicles that are very much alike.
The sapphire blue pearl paint on our test car is not something you might expect on a Subaru. This is a 2024.
2024, so it will be on sale very soon. It had a lot of updates from the 23 model, even though if you just look at it quickly, you go, I don't see a lot of difference.
Subaru says the 2024 Crosstrek is new from the ground up. Well, you have to look closely. The grille is different, the LED headlights are smaller, and there's a lot of things you can't see. Want to pop the hood?
Yeah, let's take a look at this,
This power
bad
plant.
boy. It's still a 2-liter boxer engine, still makes 152 horsepower, about 180 pound-feet of torque. But they made over 20 improvements to the engine to make it more efficient, to just help it feel more energetic. So you get a slight bump in 0 to 60 time, but you can still clock it with a watch rather than
a calendar.
Not quite a calendar, but yeah, it's you don't buy a Crosstrek because you want 0 to 60 performance.
No, a Subaru buyer is not moved by speed. It's something else.
The idea of being more outdoors focused, people who buy these cars are significantly more likely to do things like camping, mountain biking, kayaking, things like that, so they use the roof rack. And that's actually one of the benefits of this car is, unlike a lot of CUVs that are taller, its lower overall height means you can reach stuff that's on the rack. You know, if you want to take your bicycle off the top, you don't have to get a step ladder to get up there.
Hence the boot tray in the back.
You know, you come back from the trailhead and you throw your muddy boots in there, you throw your climbing ropes, whatever on there, and you don't have to worry about getting the carpeting dirty. You just take that out and hose it down.
Hose it down. We said it was a lifestyle thing. Harvey is saddened they took away the manual transmission, but there is nothing sad about the price. Our test car is a premium trim with tons of extras, and with options and destination fees, it's under $30,000. Base is $26,000. The top of the line limited is only $32,000. That's why you see so many of them on and off the road. Affordable and safe.
Subaru, that's one of their things. This has the full eyesight system standard in all of their vehicles. So even in the base model, you get full, lane departure, adaptive cruise control, all of that. This is, just a very simple, basic, easy to live with vehicle.
And you see a lot of them because it's Subaru's #1 selling vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Not the Forester, not the Outback, the Crosstrek.
Oh, look at that. How did you like it?
It was very nice.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of those outdoorsy things, but
you could start.
I could.
Got that boot mat in the back.
28 miles per gallon in town, 34 on the highway, so it's economical on the road as well.
Oh, look at that.
Go to ridesanddrives.com. Harvey has lots more info, and we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
The Agora Art Fair returns Saturday, August 19th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus, great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. Visit agoraartfair.com.
Did you know that Wisconsin Vision offers telehealth eye exams? I just scheduled my telehealth eye exam easily on their website. Once in store, a tech helps get me started, and then pre-checks my eyes. See my eye on the screen? Then I have my telehealth eye exam virtually with a licensed optometrist on the TV.
Everything looks great, Kate. You're going to love your new prescription.
Ask about our $69 eye exam. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The new T-Box Abandoned Dining Room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities at Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
Champion Windows is celebrating our 70th anniversary with our best sale of the year. Right now, buy 2 Comfort 365 windows and get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Buy 2, get 2 free. Call or schedule your free estimate online at getchampionwindows.com.
The Agora Art Fair returns Saturday, August 19th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus, great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and lots of fun activities for the kids. Visit agoraartfair.com.
There's a chance of a strong thunderstorm with heavy rain yet this evening. At 5, I'll be tracking the storms and let you know what their impact will be.
Plus, a former UW-Madison student labeled a sexually dangerous person. Learn why Alec Cook is being civilly re-incarcerated. That's next at 5.
Exploring Wisconsin's vital link to the Republican Party's past, present, and future.
Ahead of the first presidential debate in Milwaukee, I'm taking you to the place in Wisconsin where the GOP got its start.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
We'll continue to see some showers and thunderstorms this evening, but most near the Wisconsin state line and then east of Dane County. Otherwise, drier conditions tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-70s. We'll be right back with more weather, news, and sports.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to get the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
In a Leisure Concept swim and place pool, you can also walk, jog, exercise, float around, play with the kids, anything you can do in a big pool, but this one has swim jets, temperature control, is super insulated, and you can use it year-round. These are made right in Iowa and take only a week or two to get. What a great, fun, low-impact way to stay healthy. Get to Leisure Concept's awesome showroom on Madison's Beltline at the Park Street exit and see one in person.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at ScottTheWindowGuy.com.
Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices, Gruber Law Offices. For over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices has had one goal: to provide top-notch legal services. One call, one call, one call, one call, that's all.
In today's Final Touch, you've heard about a snake in the grass.
Or a snake on a plane? How about a snake boat race? Tens of thousands of people thronged a town in southern India to see the 69th edition of the famous Nehru Trophy boat race. A total of 72 boats, including 19 snake boats, participated under 9 categories in this year's race to compete for the coveted trophy. Snake boats are tradition to the region and are so called for their long canoe-style shape. The annual event is held each August and draws thousands of spectators from all over the world.
Okay, I'm good with the snake boats. Snakes on a boat, no thanks.
That's good. Why are they snake boats? Just because they're long?
I think they're long, yeah. Snaking through the river there. Can you row past?
No, not at all. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.